Hi everyone. In this class we are going to start unit number 5, Euclidean ring. Unit 5 topic is Euclidean ring. A ring R can be embedded in the ring R dash if there is an isomorphism of R into R dash. If R and R dash have the unit element 1 and 1 dash, we insist in addition, that is isomorphism takes 1 onto 1 dash. R dash will be called an over ring or extension of R if R can be embedded in R dash. So embedded definition is this one. So the next we have to write the definition of Euclidean ring. An integral domain R is said to be an Euclidean ring. So we have to say the definition of Euclidean ring means that R should be an integral domain. So an integral domain R is said to be an Euclidean ring if for every a is not equal to 0 in R, there is defined a non-negative integer d of a such that, so for every element in R, we have to define a non-negative integer d of a. So we have two conditions. For every a comma b belongs to R both non-zero, d of a should be less than or equal to d of a comma a b. For any a comma b belongs to R both non-zero, there exists t comma r belongs to R such that a can be written as tb plus r, where either r is equal to 0 or d of r is less than or equal to d of b. So these two conditions are satisfied means we can say that is an Euclidean ring. Next we are going to see the very important 10-mark question. So this is very important 10-mark question in unit number 5. You have to take any university question paper. This question belongs to unit number 5. So you have to listen carefully and go through it. You have to study compulsory this theorem. So this will be very lengthy theorem. It will be nearly 8 to 9 pages. So no other choice, you have to study this theorem. This is very important 10-mark question. Every integral domain can be embedded in the field. For this we have 4 cases. For 4 cases you have to prove means that the solution, that the theorem proof will be over. Let D be an integral domain. So you have to take an integral domain as D. We have to consider S. S is equal to open interval a comma b and a comma b belongs to D such that b is not equal to 0. We defined a comma b is equivalence to c comma d if and only if AD is equal to BC. So we are defined on relation a comma b is equivalent to c comma d if and only if AD is equal to BC. The first case is we have to prove this relation is an equivalence relation. So you know that equivalence relation means we have to prove that reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So in case 1 we have 3 subdivisions. A is reflexive, B is symmetric and C is transitive. The first one is to prove the relation is reflexive. So reflexive means we have to take a comma b belongs to S, then a comma b is equivalence to a comma b, that is we have to show that. So a comma b is equivalence to c comma d means if and only if we have AD is equal to BC. Here a comma b is equivalence to a comma b means AB is equal to BA. So here the relation is reflexive. The next we have to prove that this is symmetric. Symmetric means a comma b is symmetric, equivalence to c comma d means will imply c comma d is equivalence to a comma b. So we have to consider a comma b comma c comma d belongs to S means a comma b is equivalence to c comma d. So AD is equal to BC. So you have to interchange the element. Instead of AD you have to write DA and instead of BC you have to write CB. In the next step, we have to change the right hand side and as well as left hand side means CB is equal to DA. So CD is equivalent to AB. Like this we can prove. Hence, the equivalence relation is symmetric. The next, this you have to prove that there is relation is transitive. That is A comma B comma C comma D comma E comma F is belongs to F means A comma B is equivalence to C comma D and C comma D is equivalence to E comma F means we have to show that A comma B is equivalence to E comma F. So first you have to consider a comma b is equivalent to c comma d, and c comma d is equivalent to e comma f. We have to show that a comma b is equivalent to e comma f. For the first one, a comma b is equivalent to c comma d means AD is equal to BC. So you have to write like this: the first element of first bracket and the second element of the second bracket. The next thing is it is equal to the second element of the first product. First, the next will be first element of the second bracket. Like this we have to consider. So AD is equal to BC. So C comma D is equivalent to E comma F means CF is equal to DE. So by 1 we have AD is equal to BC. For this we have to multiply it by F on both sides means ADF is equal to BCF. So ADF you have to write as it is instead of B into CF. For CF you have to use the second subdivision, that is DE. So ADF is equal to BDE. In the next step we have to change DF as FD and DE as ED. So A into FD is equal to B into ED. So AFD minus of BED is equal to 0. So both the element D will be outside means AF minus B is equal to 0. Since D is not equal to 0 because A, B, C, D are all belongs to R, that is D is not equal to 0. Sorry, A, B, C, D are belongs to integral domain D. So that is not equal to 0. So AF minus B is equal to 0. So AF is equal to BE. So this will implies A comma B is equivalent to E comma F. Hence that relation is transitive. So in final that relation is equivalence relation, we can easily say. The second case is consider the equivalence class containing A comma B. Let F is equal to closed interval of A comma B. This open interval A comma B belongs to S. We have to define addition in F as follows. So addition of closed interval A comma B comma C comma D belongs to F means we count addition of these two brackets is AD plus BC. So kindly change this A not AB, AD. So we have to change in this step. A comma B plus C comma D means AD plus BC comma BD. So again I repeating, this will be, you have to change not AB, that is AD. So AD plus BC comma BD. In product you have to say means A comma B dot C comma D means AC comma BD. So thus we have to define well defined. So the A option is we have to prove the addition is well defined. Similarly we have to prove dot is also well defined, that is the multiplication is also well defined. So to prove addition is well defined, since D is an integral domain and both B is not equal to 0 and D is not equal to 0 means BD is not equal to 0. So in addition result and in multiplication result is belongs to F. For it, that is AD plus BC comma BD comma AC comma BD is belongs to F. For it, A comma B is equal to A dash comma B dash. So A comma B is equal to A dash comma B dash means we can write like this, because already you know A comma B is equivalent to B, C comma D means AD is equal to BC. Using this we have to take this one because this is also equivalence. So A comma B is equal to A dash B dash means A B dash is equal to B A dash. Similarly, C comma D is equal to C dash comma D dash means C D dash is equal to D into C dash. D into C dash. Put this equation number 4. So in the next step, A comma B plus C comma D is equal to A dash comma B dash plus C dash comma D dash. So you have to write the results AD plus BC comma BD. Similarly for applying this one means A dash D dash plus B dash C dash comma B dash into D dash. We have to prove that AD plus BC into B dash D is equal to BD into A dash D dash plus B dash C dash. So that is we have to show that. So here listen carefully. The left hand side is equal to, you have to write as it is AD plus BC into B dash D dash. In the next step we have to multiply AD into B dash D dash, BC into B dash D dash. In the next step we have to change the bracket. You have to club A B dash and D D dash. Next is B B dash and C D dash. So in the first step, by using third equation, instead of A B dash you have to write B A dash. Similarly, instead of fourth equation you are using means instead of C D dash is equal to D C dash. So here you have to substitute by using third and fourth equation. B A dash D D dash plus B B dash D C dash. So in the next step we have to change the bracket BD into A dash D dash, BD into B dash C dash. So both the element BD will be outside. So BD will be outside means A dash D dash plus B dash C dash. That is your right hand side. So in this case we have to say the plus is well defined. The next D subdivision is we have to prove that dot is well defined. So dot is well defined means again you have to take, instead of addition you have to take dot a comma b dot c comma d is equal to a dash comma b dash dot c dash comma d dash. From 3 and 4 we have a b dash is equal to b a dash and c d dash is equal to d c dash. So here you have to write a b c d a b dash c d dash is equal to, that is you have to multiply the right hand side part as well as the left hand side part. Then a b dash into c d dash is equal to b a dash into d c dash. So ac b dash d dash is equal to b d into a dash d dash. So using this we have to write like this, because AD is equal to BC means we can say A comma B is equivalent to C comma D. So instead of A you have to write AC, instead of B you have to write B side B dash D dash. In the right hand side we have to take, A, instead of A you have AC, instead of D you have B dash D dash. In the right hand side instead of B you have BD, C you have A dash D C dash. So AD is equal to BC means we can say A comma B is equivalent to C comma D. So AC comma BD is equivalent to A dash C dash comma B dash D dash. So for this we have to say dot is well defined. Next we have to prove the associative. So associative we have to consider, let x is equal to a comma b, y is equal to c comma d, z is equal to e comma f. We have to prove the associative in addition. So x plus y plus z is equal to, so a plus a comma b plus c comma d of plus c comma f. So for this we have to use the addition definition, AD plus BC comma BD plus E comma F. So in the next step we have to add these two. So the whole term, that is AD plus BC in the form of A, BD in the form of B. So A comma B plus E comma F means you have to write AD plus, that is again you have to use the same definition. So ADF plus BCF plus BDE comma BDF. So again you are using the definition. Similarly x plus y plus z is equal to a plus b plus c plus d plus e comma f. So ce, that is cf plus de comma df. In the next step we have to write means adf plus bcf plus bde comma bdf. So both are equal, so the associative is satisfied. Similarly we have to prove the associative for multiplication also. So xyz is equal to a comma b into c comma d into e comma f. So ac comma bd into e comma f. So ace comma bdf. So a comma b into ce comma df. So again you have to separate it, a comma b, c comma d into e comma f. So we have to say x dot y dot z. So xy of z is equal to x into y of z. Hence it is associative. The next we have to prove the identity. If x is not equal to 0 is any element in D, then 0 comma x is the 0 element of f, because in the f we have the form, in the form a comma b, that is closed interval a comma b. So the identity element you have to take 0 comma x. So a comma b plus 0 comma x means we can write ax plus b into 0 comma bx. So ax comma bx, that is a comma b. So 0 comma x is the unit element of f under addition. The next we have to write, if x is not equal to 0 in D, then x comma x belongs to f, because x comma x is the identity element of multiplication. So a comma b into x comma x means ax comma bx, that can be written as a comma b. So x comma x is the unit element of f under multiplication. So the unit element is as it is, a into a plus, here the unit element for the addition is 0 comma x, in multiplication is x comma x. So the next thing is inverse. The fourth one is inverse. So 0 comma b act as a 0 element for this addition. Already you know 0 comma x is the unit element. So here 0 comma b act as a 0 element for this addition, and minus a comma b is the additive inverse of a comma b. Similarly, d comma d act as the unit element for this multiplication, and d comma c is the multiplicative inverse of c comma d. The next we have to prove that the commutative, that is a comma b plus c comma d is equal to c comma d plus a comma b. Similarly, you have to use the dot product also. So a comma b plus c comma d is equal to ad plus bc comma bd. So ad you have to write da, that is AD plus BC you have to write BC plus AD. So this BC you have to write CB. So here is also we have one correction, that is not CD, CB. CB plus DA comma DB. So in the next step we have to write like this, C comma D plus A comma B. So A comma B plus C comma D can be written as C comma D plus D comma, A comma B. The next thing is in multiplication. So a comma b dot c comma d is equal to ad into bc. So ac can be written as ca, bd can be written as db. So c comma d dot a comma b. Therefore, the commutative property under addition and multiplication are proved. So f comma plus comma dot is an abelian group. In final, we have to come with the distributive law. The distributive law is a comma b dot c comma d plus e comma f. So here we are using the addition formula as well as the multiplication formula. So listen carefully. A comma b you have to keep as it is. For this we have to use the addition formula, means cf plus de comma df, that is cf plus de. So here is also we have correction, cf plus de. The next thing is acf plus ade comma bdf. So put this is equation number 1. Similarly, the right hand side part is a comma b dot c comma d plus a comma b dot e comma f. So you have to use the addition definition, ac plus bd plus ae comma bf. So in the next step ac bf plus, because a comma b plus b comma c comma d. So the addition formula here you have to use. So ac bf plus BDAE, BDBF. So each and every term B will be outside, means ACF plus DAE, BDF. So put this equation number 2. So from 1 and 2, left hand side is equal to right hand side. The next we have to come with the multiplicative inverse. So the multiplicative inverse means let A comma B belongs to F, A is not equal to 0 and B comma A is belongs to F. So the multiplicative inverse means a comma b into b comma a is equal to 1 comma 1. So ab comma ba, that is ab dot ba, that is 1 comma 1. So we can say a comma b into b dot b comma a is equal to 1 comma 1, means a comma b the whole inverse is equal to b comma a. So the inverse of b comma a is a comma b the whole inverse. Therefore, F has the commutative ring with unit element and multiplicative inverse. So up to this the case 2 is over. Then thus F is the field under addition and dot. The next we have to come with case 4. Case 3 is over. The next we have to come with case 4. Case 4 you have to define homomorphism. We have to prove homomorphism as well as 1 to 1. So define phi is from D to F as phi of A is equal to A comma 1, where A comma 1 is equal to Ax comma x for every x not equal to 0. To prove phi is homomorphism means phi of A plus B is equal to A plus B comma 1. Again you are using the definition phi of A is equal to A comma 1 means phi of A plus B is equal to A plus B comma 1. So A comma 1 plus B comma 1. So phi of A plus phi of B. Similarly, phi of AB is equal to AB comma 1, that can be written as A comma 1 into B comma 1, that is phi of A into phi of B. Therefore, phi is homomorphism. To conclude the proof, we need to show that the integral domain can be embedded in the field. For this purpose, we have to identify certain element in F as embedded in D. So we have to take an element is x is not equal to 0 and y is not equal to 0 in D. such that ax comma x is equal to ay comma y. So ax of y is equal to x of ay by commutative in D. Also ax comma x is equal to a of 1. Therefore we can identify the element 0 comma 1 of f. Finally we have to prove phi is 1 to 1. So phi of a is equal to phi of b. A comma 1 is equal to b comma 1 by the definition. So a dot 1 is equal to b dot 1. So here we have to use the left right cancellation law. So a is equal to b. So phi of a is equal to phi of b will imply a is equal to b, means phi is 1 to 1. Therefore phi is from D to F is an isomorphism. Therefore D is embedded in F, hence proved. So up to this theorem is concluded. So this is very important. Again and again I am repeating, every integral domain can be embedded in the field is very important theorem. So go through it. Tomorrow you have to write the assessment on this theorem, and yesterday we have seen R by M is a field, that theorem. So both the theorems you have the assessment on tomorrow. Thank you.